Wait, no. No. Ah. No. Oh. Welcome back to Always Running Forward. I'm Justin Stone. Now, today's story is a bit of a love story. You know how when you find those perfect shoes, like everything seems better, your runs seem faster and longer, and the races seem easier. It's really that marriage of form and fit and speed and human. Well, that's what today's story is about. These you may recognize as the Adidas Adios V1. These shoes were first seen on the feet of Haile Adios in 2008 when he broke the world marathon record with a 2:03:59. And they were pretty revolutionary at the time. They were fast, they were light, as light goes back then, but they were also very supportive and they were sticky. And that was really a big selling point of these shoes, was just the stickiness. And they really kind of revolutionized the industry at the time. These you may recognize are also the Adidas Adios V1 shoes. Different color, these are the green meanies, but they are exactly the same shoe. As you can see, they're a little torn up, but they are the same shoe across the board. Now, why do I have two pairs of these shoes? Is because I love these shoes. I love these shoes. I first came about these shoes in late 2009, early 2010, when my running was graduating up from more of that beginner runner to something where I was starting to understand how my run was really unique to me, and my cadence was a specific cadence unique to me, and I had to find a shoe that could help me along with that cadence and stayed out of the way and were light and comfortable. And I happened upon these shoes, and when I tried them out, suddenly just everything clicked, everything fell into place. I couldn't believe how fast these shoes made me run, and it may have been just a psych thing, but my foot felt comfortable, felt like the shoe was just surrounding them, and I could still feel the road, but I could feel a lot of cushion at the same time. But it seemed as soon as I found these shoes, as every runner dreads, the shoe company comes out with an update. So I loved these shoes, and all of a sudden Adidas said, yoink, we're going to come out with a new shoe. And they came out with the Adios 2. And the Adios 2 were good. They were good shoes. They were a lot lighter, they were a lot firmer, and you could feel the ground a lot more. But in the same sense, they didn't have a soul. They didn't have that feel that I treasured and I loved from the first version. And I have a pair, and I ran in them, and I didn't like it. So I was really hoping that they would come out with or go back to the original shoe when they came out with their update. Then things got worse, which really eroded my relationship with the Adidas running company. You may recognize these as Adidas Boost. This is the latest iteration from Adidas. These are actually not my shoes. These are my wife's shoes. And Adidas had gone so far from the pack that I couldn't believe what I was seeing. So instead of kind of getting back to the runner shoe, they developed all this popcorny, marshmallowy crap that just did not fit for me. It may fit for you, but when I ran on these in my size, in my shoes, it felt like marshmallows, and I couldn't feel the road, and I didn't feel fast, and I felt it just was an absolute mess, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what Adidas had done to me. They had gone from these monsters, these PR monsters, wonderful shoes, to this. So I couldn't take it anymore, and I essentially said adios to Adidas. Hey, see what I did there? The adios. Yes, exactly. And I went and I essentially raged against Adidas, and I tried to find the shoes that would really be a suitable replacement for the Adios. So what I happened upon? These. These are the New Balance 1400 V3, and I've talked about these at length. As you know, I'm a really big New Balance guy, and that's because the Adidas really screwed up the Adios and kind of pushed me away. And I've run in first of all, I've run in a ton of New Balance. They are kind of my everyday running shoe. But I ran in the 1400 V2s, and I have like 4 or 5 pairs of them, but they were more trainers than anything. They didn't feel like race shoes, and I never thought I could race in them. I think I did once, and it was okay. But then they came out these V3s, and it felt a lot like the Adios. I was really surprised. They were a lot lighter, and they're pretty sticky, but you can even tell that they are a similar type of shoes. They have about the same drop, the same clearance, and I really was excited. And I was like, oh my gosh, I finally found my shoes. And I was so excited to run in these, and I still do, and they're my favorite pair of shoes. But then something happened that made me even more excited. About November of last year, I was looking on the web. I think it was at Running Warehouse blog, and I was just reading and kind of flipping through and reading, and something caught my eye, and it said, Adidas relaunches an old standard or a new shoe. And so I clicked on it, and it said, Adidas comes back with the Adios version 1. And I was like, oh, it's probably the Boost. That's all that they ever talk about. And no, it was actually the Adios, the version 1. And lo and behold, they're here. They're here. These are the brand new and untouched Adios shoes that were re-released from Adidas. Now they're called the Haile Adios, of course, for Haile Gebrselassie. But this is it. This is my shoe, gang. This is it. I mean, if you look at it, it's the same shoe. Don't believe me? Well, here's the red one for the first one, and here's the new one. Here's the green one from the old one, and here's the yellow one. Look at that. They are the same shoe. I'm so unbelievably excited to have these shoes back. They feel the same. They're about 7.8 ounces, which is kind of heavy now throughout the last 7 or 8 years of updates. But I tried them on. They fit just like the old ones. They have the same torsion control. They have the same grip. They have the same drop. It's like somebody found the mold and decided to remake them. And I'm so happy. Thank you so much, Adidas. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I'm a fan of these shoes. And if any runner who's a runner worth their salt will say when they find their favorite shoes and they don't want to get rid of their shoes, I'm kind of that guy. I mean, I'll run in a lot of different shoes, and I will swear by New Balance till I'm dead. But come on, like, my babies are back, and I'm so excited to try these out. Now, I was supposed to run in these yesterday for the Rock and Roll Seattle, but the rain looked like it was going to rain, and I couldn't. I couldn't. I couldn't. So unfortunately, I had to put these on the shelf, and I ran in New Balance 1600s, which also are great shoes. They were a little light for the terrain that I was running, but they were great. So I'm very excited these are back. As I mentioned before, these are an exact duplication of shoes that are 8 years old. So they're probably not going to be for everybody. They're limited edition. So if you can find them and try them out, great. It may be something like you'd have to special order, but if you do see them at your running store, just try them out. And you'll be like, huh, these are really interesting. How timeless these shoes are. And they even look a little old. They look a little dated. But I still think that they're amazing. Sorry, I'm covered in shoes over here. But they're super great, and I'm so excited that they came back. I can't wait to try them out. I'm going to post more about these shoes. Again, these are my shoes. This is my love story. I'm sure you have your own love story with your own shoes, and hopefully one day your favorite running shoe company will bring back your favorite shoes. But today was my day. This was my Christmas, and I am so excited to try these out. Again, limited edition, so you may find them at a store or try them online. They're a little bit more for a faster cadence, so if you don't have fast turnover, you may catch yourself either heel striking a lot or dropping your toe. So that's something to think about. But because my cadence is pretty fast, this has always suited me really, really well. Now, once I'm get off the camera, I probably have to go order more as much as I can. But anyways, so excited to tell you this, guys. This is my shoe. I'm so happy. I love it. Thank you, Adidas. Thank you very, very much for listening to one sad soul say he wants his shoes back, so I appreciate that. But in the meantime, check me out at alwaysrunningforward.com, facebook.com/alwaysrunningforward, Instagram Justin_Stone24, Twitter DisneyRunner24, and Snapchat. I'm going to try it. It's what the kids are doing, so let's try it. It's Justin_Stone24, the same as my Instagram. And guys, while you're out there, you're having fun, you're running fast, you're running smart, and I'll see you next time. And maybe we'll snap each other. Is that what the kids are doing? They're snapping? Oh, is it? We Snapchatting? We chap snatting? Snatch chapping? No, that's not right.